So, ein paar mache ich jetzt noch. Und dann ist auch finite für heute. Dann mache ich den nächsten Part bis morgen. Die Gigantic. Die Gigantik. Aber das Witzige ist, ich habe einen Save, der genau da einrastet. Wo Seven über die Gigantic redet. Und der ist eigentlich mein aktuellster Save, aber der hätte nicht an das angepasst, was ihr im Vorfeld gesehen habt. Gut, dass ich generell neues Save-Files mache, dann habe ich das Problem nämlich nicht mehr. He explained that she had been a sister ship to Titanic, but built in the early 2000th century. The Titanic had two sister ships who were identical to one another in nearly every aspect. The Gigantic was said to be one of them. Sekunde mal kurz, ich habe vergessen zu speichern. But soon after the ship was launched, the First World War began, and she was pressed into duty by the British Navy as a hospital ship. Some times later, the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea, so das sein soll. She managed to run aground after the incident and consequently was not sunk. What then happened to the Gigantic after her fateful encounter in the Aegean Sea? One story ran that the man named Lord Gordian purchased there. Lord Gordian, it seemed, had been one of the few survivors of the Titanic tragedy, and that trauma had turned him into an obsessive collector of all the things related to the Titanic. As his obsession deepened, he began to desire the Titanic itself. That, of course, was impossible, as the Titanic lay off the bottom of the Atlantic ground. The Gigantic, however, had not suffered such a dire fate, and as she was identical to her sister ship, she caught Lord Gordian's eye. Bam! Oh, you're saying this Lord Gordian bought the ship? Yeah, at least I think I am. That's impossible. No way, we are in some boat that almost 100 years old. Pipe down to pay attention. What's that it? Well, have you got any proof? Proof? Proof that this ship is really gigantic. Well, this ship got stuff like the Titanic and the hospital ship. So I just figured, oh, for goodness, don't tell me that's your only reason. No, I've got more. Like? Well, I mean, Tim looked around desperately, doing anything to avoid meeting Lotus' piercing stare. He scratched his head for a moment, then gave up. Finally, he opened his mouth. I don't know. Lotus sighed and shook her head. I guess your memory isn't back, is it? No, sorry. Then almost as if to say seven from further investment. Yeah. A bell began to ring from far away. It sounded as thought it was the clock at the main stairway. Jumpy counted each chime carefully. 10, 11, 12. It's midnight. Now we've still got 6 hours left, right? Let's just get moving. We're gonna find the hardware the rats are missing. That's all well and good, but are we going to look? Well, we've already searched the big patient room. They had been examining the door as they talked, but we haven't found anything. Right. Well, there's only one thing left to do. Just one? Oh, well, not just one. Wait a minute. Are you telling me we have to search all the rooms? Well, you already checked some of them out before you came here, right? We each check a single room, so 5 rooms in total. Alright, then that's 5 rooms we don't have to search. If we split up, it won't be that bad. If each one of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 clear in a room. There are 48 other rooms? Notice did not seem excited by the prospect. Seven fidgeted nervously before responding. Maybe. After some discussion, the 8 of them decided which rooms to begin with and in what order they would go. Jumpy was chosen to search the room on the skateboard side, moving from fore to aft. They also determined when they would return to report their findings the next time the clock sounded the time. When it did, they would meet back in the large central room full of beds. If during the search any one of them were located the missing components, they would yell for the others. If the strategy failed, they turned to discuss their options later. The details decided they left to begin searching. Out into the hallway, they went each to the rooms they'd been assigned. However, from far away, Jumpy heard the bell ring. It did so only once. It was 1 a.m. Okay. He jogged through the entrance of the large hospital room to find 6 of the others already there. Ace, Santa, Clover, June, Seven, and Lotus. They had gathered in front of the door number 8. Or perhaps to be accurate, they had gathered in front of the red next to the number 8. Had one of them found the missing piece? What happened, guys? It was June who answered them. Jumpy, look. She was pointing at the reds. He pushed through the doors until he stood up in front of it. Ah, jetzt sind wir dran. Immediately he knew what she had means. The display on the front of the red read vacancy. Jumpy sighed. Come on, guys, who was it? I thought we were supposed to yell if we found it. Well, Jumpy wondered why she was hesitating. The others looked as confused as June, but kept their mouths shut. What the hell, what's up with you guys? They all knew something he didn't, and Jumpy wasn't about to leave things that way. Finally, Lotus frowned and spoke. Well, that's the thing, we don't know. You don't know? When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but the missing parts were already back in the reds. Jumpy looked at the bottom of the reds again just to make sure. The slot had been opened up on the bottom was not covered with metal. Clearly, whatever had been missing had been returned. What about the other two? They're the same. Jumpy quickly examined the other two boxes. Satisfied that they were also repaired, but still very confused, he returned to the others. Alright, I just want to be sure. Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right? Ace and June nodded silently. Seven raised his hand as if say, not me, and Santa just shrugged it. Only Clever lowered her head and did nothing. Huh? Wait a minute. That was when he noticed. Where's Snake? Jumpy swept his eyes across the room a second time, but Snake was nowhere to be seen. Does it mean we found them? I have no idea. There's nothing to suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't either. I don't suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person. Well, whatever he did or not, he's pretty damn late. What the hell is he up to? Maybe he's lost. Yeah, well, that seems likely. Jude can see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place. Clover raised her head. No, that's impossible. Suddenly she was shouting. Yeah, my brother Flynn, but he's really great hearing. He can't get around as well as anyone who can see. So he couldn't get lost. That's impossible. So, also im Prinzip ging es jetzt darum, die sind diesmal angekommen und haben gemerkt, dass die Reds nicht funktionieren. Also haben sie sich gesagt, komm, wir gehen in den Nebenraum gucken, ob wir irgendwo ein Teil finden, das in den Reds fehlt, damit sie wieder funktionieren. Und während sie geschaut haben, hat irgendein Vollidiot, in Klammern wahrscheinlich Zero, die Türen wieder, die Reds in den Gang gesetzt. Was im Endeffekt bedeutet, dass die Reds wieder funktionieren. Und das Problem ist, dass jetzt Snake weg ist. Und jetzt fragen sich alle, wo ist Snake natürlich logischerweise hin. Und Clover, Santa hat einen dummen Spruch gebracht und einfach nur gesagt, ja, kein Wunder, dass er weg ist, er ist sowieso blind, deswegen ist es sowieso für ihn unbegreiflich, weshalb sich Snake überhaupt bewegen konnte. Und Clover sagt jetzt, ja, er ist zwar blind, aber er kann sich immer noch genauso gut orientieren wie andere Leute. Und an der Stelle, wo Snake jetzt ist, finden wir im nächsten Part raus, weil ich jetzt aufhören muss aufzunehmen. Bis zum nächsten Mal, euer Kitsune Snow, bye bye.